Hey, this is Rich over at TVP Live with another quick tips holiday tutorial brought to you by Adobe Photoshop Elements Independent Tutorials Group. And let's jump right into this tutorial. This poster wanted to know how to bring in the kids in front of the Christmas tree and create this effect. I said originally, posted back, that take any picture of the kids in front of the tree and you can make it work. As a matter of fact, you don't even have to have the kids in front of the Christmas tree. Just take any two pictures, or any picture of kids' backs looking the other way. As long as they're kind of pointed in to a direction, so the sides of their face, as you can see right here, the side of the face is showing, and the side of this kid's face is showing. If they were perfectly perpendicular, you wouldn't see their faces, so it wouldn't work. So any picture of the kids kind of looking towards the center like that will work fine. In our particular case, we'll choose this picture and put it in front of this portion of the Christmas tree. If you want to take a picture with the kids in front of the Christmas tree, that'll work too. But in this case, this is all I could find. To save time, I magically cut out the kids already, and boom, there we go. We got the kids already cut out. You just use the eraser tool and get a small tipped a brush, soft brush like a 5-point, and just cut all the way around. And then you take the polygon tool and cut the rest of the picture out. Next, you have your Christmas tree shot. I'm going to drag that photo of the kids in front of the Christmas tree and bring it in right here. Obviously, the photo sizes don't match. We're going to grab the edge corner here and make them a nice size so that it looks like they're there in front of the tree. And that's looking pretty good as it is. Now the trick is how to make it look as if they're really there with the Christmas tree lights lighting them from the front, making the background dark. That's pretty simple too. Let's go ahead and take this layer of the kids and right click and hit duplicate the layer. Now that top duplicator, we're going to the top duplicated layer, we're going to simply darken that, make it really black, and then soften the edges to show, by using the eraser, to show some of the light from the layer underneath. That's really simple to do. All you do is grab the top layer, right click, go to edit layer style, and let me drag this in here so you can see it. Find the stroke down here, click on the stroke, and you'll see it puts a line around the edge of the photo. What's nice about it is if you say position to the to the inside, like this, and if I take the size of the stroke, look what happens. It fills it in with black all the way till there's nothing there but one black layer. This is a really neat, simple trick. If you ever want to just take any image and just make it all black to use for shadows. I do this all the time to make shadows. But in this case, we're going to now soften that image, the edges a little bit. So I'm going to go to Filter, Blur, and Gaussian Blur. And as you can see, the more I blur, the more you can kind of see through the edges. And so we don't want to blur too much. Let's try about, I don't know, like 5-point there, just to give the edges a little bit of softness. We'll hit OK. And finally, all you do is grab an eraser. And right here we got 75-point. That seems like a pretty good size, except for the smaller edges. I might need, let's say, a 45 for the smaller edges here. And just basically erase the inner layer where the lights of the tree would show, light up their faces, the portions that we would be able to see. So we'll do this a little bit. Now I'm going to do this larger point eraser to get this portion of the face and the head. I want to grab some of this but leave some of that one. So I might actually, I'll draw some back in. I just want to do this to get some of the face. And same thing with this side. And this will just kind of show some of the edges. I can take the smudge brush and let's make that, I don't know, 50-point, and smudge some of it back, just in case I did it too much. And like with this, I want to smudge some of this back here, like that. So the back of the hand is definitely darker. Bring this back all the way to the face, but then leave the face. And that's pretty much it. This is the simple short version of how to do this effect. And of course you can play around with it and do, make it a little bit softer if you want. I can take the lower layer and reduce its opacity so that they're not so bright. See that? See what happens? They almost disappear a little bit. Bring it all the way up, bring it down just a tiny bit. And I like that at 92%. And then the upper layer is at 100%. The darkness, we can bring that even down a little bit, to see some of their backs. So I'm going to split the difference and leave that at 90%. And that's pretty much there is to it. I'll do this back up to 95. This is it for this particular tutorial. Rich Tamao saying over and out. Bye.